Hey everybody, Crime and Cask with you tonight. Hey, I got a special for you tonight. Life happens, bourbon helps. You want this t-shirt? Not this particular t-shirt, but I'll get you a t-shirt. I'll send it to you for free. How you gonna do that? All you gotta do is just hit repost on this video and make a comment and repost. Do those two things and you're in for the Life Happens, Bourbon Helps. In fact, you can pick out any t-shirt that I have. You don't have to have this one. Anyone you have. Hey, tonight, here's what we're going to do. So remember, repost, you comment, you're in for a free shirt. It's a drawing. I'm just giving away one, maybe two. Here we go. We've already talked about the two-shirter theory, right? Now we are going into what happened after Paul and Maggie were taken out. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle through some papers. I have the SLED timeline. This is 100% provided to the defense by the prosecution. SLED timeline. I am going to go off their own timeline, give it to you down to the approximate second of what the heck went on. Yeah. All right. You ready? All right. I've already said sunset was at 8:31. Twilight ended at 8:54. You saw the video, not the Snapchat, but the video that Paul took at 8:44:55. Okay, it was already dark. He had to have his light on, so we know it's dark. So at 8:44:55, 8:45, Alex said he left about a minute later. I'm out of here. I'm gone. He gets back to the house. He leaves at 8:46. He's at 8:48. He's back at the house. Okay, and he walks right into the house. Ready? Okay. I've already said in other videos, I think it was the last video, that it would take the killers 15 seconds to come out of the woods and get to the feed room where Paul was. 15 seconds. That's all it took. And Paul's phone locked at 8:49:01. Back it up 30 seconds. So between 8:48:30 and some more between 8:49, he was killed. That's number one. Number two, Maggie's phone locks at 8:49:31. So right at about the same time, they were killed about 30 seconds apart, which would make sense, right? Shoot Paul once, shoot Paul twice. Okay, we got it done. Oh, shit, here comes Maggie walking out of the barn. Now we got to do that. That's what happened. All right. Then, that's at 8:49:31. And I said before, two killers are going to sit there and they're going to hold their guns and they're going to look and they're going to talk about what the hell we just did. And that's going to take all about a couple of minutes. At 8:53 to 8:55, they pick up Maggie's phone and take 59 steps. What happens between that time I told you before? At 8:55, the other person who shot Maggie goes and gets the truck. It's at Swamp Cross Road, about a half mile away. In the meantime, from where Maggie was killed, where her phone was, if they pick up her phone, it traveled 59 steps. I'm going to remind you this on steps. It went from vertical, so someone picked up her phone and looked at vertical, then it went sideways with it, then it went vertical again, then it went sideways, and then with that vertical with her phone. Remember, Maggie's phone stopped receiving GPS, or they couldn't download any GPS data after 7:30 p.m. that night, but it did record steps. Then I said from about 8:55 to 9:05, the killer is sitting there. The one that killed Paul is sitting there because he's covered in blood. The last thing you want to do is be on the road, covered in blood. I don't care where you are. Somebody sees that, they're going to think, what the hell's going on there? If it's a cop, you're in deep trouble. All right? 9:05, the guy pulls in. And according to the sheriff, and according to SLED, and according to Alec and everybody else, you can see the tire tracks. They came in the back, around the barn, where the 59 steps were and where the guy was sitting. They came around, came around this way, and then truck came around this way, so it's pointing back out. Right there, the guy throws the guns in the back, has her phone, gets into the truck. Not a step taken, or it doesn't record any step. And there's no GPS at this point either, right? But here's what's interesting about those steps. If Alec did it at 8:49, and he took the steps until 9:03, the 59 steps, and then got into his golf cart and took up for the 2 minutes. Now I'm at 9:05, maybe 9:06, right? He has no time to clean up. Nothing. Not to mention the fact, in court it was said that the golf cart was parked far away from the Suburban. So how did her phone, even though GPS is off, how did her phone get from the golf cart to the Suburban without taking any steps? Sounds like that. At 9:04:23, Alex Murdaugh first calls Maggie Murdaugh. And it was an 18-second call, and her backlight was on. And at 9:45, her backlight goes off. Remember, she had 30 seconds there. That's when I think that the killer was picked up in the truck. Here's where it gets good. At 9:06:12, Maggie Murdaugh's phone implements an orient change to portrait, meaning somebody had her phone like this, and then went like that. And what happened 2 seconds later? At 9:06:14, an incoming call from Alec. Well, they went like this and went like that. Maybe it was the same time. Maybe the times were off from the phone and Verizon or whoever. They saw he called her phone. And what did I tell you that happened 15 seconds later? He called her again, 9:06:15. What did happen at 9:06:15? Her phone went to portrait mode. And then at 9:06:30, her phone was thrown out the window on Moselle Road because they had already been picked up at around 9:05 and some change, pulled out of Moselle onto the back way of Moselle, took a right, went past the entrance, 9:06:12. It picks it up like this, 9:06:14. Alec calls, 9:06:20. Her phone makes a sideways change 5 seconds later, and it goes out the window, and it goes whoop, 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 out the window, lands on the ground at 9:06:30. Backlight goes off at 9:07, and it doesn't go on again, or it's touched or moved forever. Here's my point in all of this. That happened. Alec Murdaugh did not get into his Suburban until 9:07:06. So her phone's sitting on the side of the road, backlight off. But if GPS is off, we clearly know that the steps are not off. So why is Maggie's phone and Alec's phone not taking steps together? Why is that? It's called more doubt. Then last, I need to leave you with this. Alec's phone connects to the Suburban at 9:07:06. He drives out. It's a long driveway. He is not going fast. I've already told you that the average speed is less than 50 miles an hour. Prosecution wouldn't say he was going all these crazy speed limits. He wasn't. The amount of time that it took to get to his parents' house, he was going less than 50 miles an hour as an average. But at 9:08:58, Alex sends a text to Maggie saying, going to check on M, be right back. Now, that's when he slowed down by her phone. But at this time, from 9:07:06 to 9:08:58, almost, 2-3 minutes later, what do you do when you're driving, right? I'm driving. I'm just getting out on the road. I'm not going that fast. Hold on. I got to send a text. Going to M's, be right back. Boom. Sets his phone down. What do you do after that? Eyes up front, hit the gas and go. That's why he slowed down in front of her phone. That's the only reason. And then he took the 50-mile-an-hour average speed to his mom's house, and he took the average speed back. He didn't sound frantic to anybody. Listen, Alec is an alleged liar and thief and all those things, and he's got 100, different indictments against him, against financials, which he'll probably get. But the evidence is all right here. They can't have it both ways. The evidence is clear. Just go look at it. It's online. Look up Sled Alex Murdaugh timeline. You look for it yourself. There it is. Found in cask. Like this. Share it. And you're in for the drawing for a t-shirt. See you. Private Cash Cat. Bye.